My name is Huda and I am very honored to be with you today, and I hope that I can share with you some tips on how enhancing your professional digital presence on LinkedIn today. So without further delay, I'm just gonna share with you what I am going through today. So I'm just gonna explain quickly what is LinkedIn, help you understand how you can define your professional brand and how to build your brand through a strong LinkedIn profile. And then once you have your LinkedIn profile set up, how you can build your professional network and how you can use that network to connect with opportunities, whether it be find a new job, find a new internship, and or just search for schools and universities on LinkedIn. So just to put a little bit things on context, I want to explain quickly what's the difference between LinkedIn as a social media platform and the other social media platform that you may use on the day-to-day. So basically, let's take an example of a donut, and I like this example very much. So on Facebook, you would post that you like donuts, right? On Snapchat, you would post a video of you eating a donut. On Instagram, you would post a very nice and artistic picture on a donut. And on Pinterest, they would post a recipe of the donut. On Spotify, you would listen to donut music. And on WhatsApp, you would share with your community if people want donuts. But on LinkedIn, what you would do, it's really enhance and really share with your network what you are doing from a professional perspective around donuts. So you can be, for example, an entrepreneur and you want to operate a donut franchise one day, right? Or you can be looking for your next play, for your next job, and you want to be hired by a donut company. Or, for example, you've already worked in the donut area and you want to, for example, share your experience with your network making donut. Or you just want to share and put out there that your top skills are donut production and sales, for example. Or just want to ask from your other friends or colleagues or network any recommendation that they can help you to step into your next role or your next career opportunity. So just for you to understand the strengths of LinkedIn today. So LinkedIn is the largest professional network. We have about 55 million and plus employees and companies that are present on LinkedIn. And all these companies on a daily basis, they post millions of jobs, which is like millions of opportunities for you. We have, in terms of members, we have about 722 million members that are located in more than 200 countries that are available on LinkedIn. And also there is a very strong community where people, they would group into a group of interest, of vision. And we have about today 2 million groups on LinkedIn if you want to join them as a community and learn from those communities. So how you can be present on LinkedIn, how you can build your own brand, right? How you can be present there digitally to really further your career. So the next slide, I'm just going to explain how you can build a good brand, how you can identify your own brand, and how you can showcase to these employers or to universities that you can be the right choice for them. So basically, your brand is nothing less than who you are. What represents you the most? What are you promising to these companies and schools that are out there? It really tells people what they can expect when they're going to work from you, when they're going to be around you. It shows also how unique you are compared to the other members on the platform. It's really your brand is how you choose to present yourself, and the way you choose to present yourself there needs to be in line with your objective, with your career goals and objective, and the vision also that you have about your professional progress. So when creating your brand, think about those things. Think about the question then, why a company or why a university they would choose you, right? What do you promise to them? What make you unique? What are you going to bring on the table? What are your strengths? What are your, for example, the skills that you have learned till now? What do you excel at? What is in your network that can help them as well to grow their network? And also anything really that is representing your areas of experience and wisdom. And also why you can be the right choice, right? And also it's really important to share things that are really individual to you, that is really specific to you. It can be your values, right? Because the values that you have, the values that you are promoting out there on the LinkedIn platform can match some companies' values, and they would like to create some synergies from the two values, right? Also, it can be your goals, what you want to be doing into 5-10 years down the line, right? So maybe those goals that are your individual goals can match companies' goals, and they would like to hire you. And by having a strong brand, by having a strong presence into LinkedIn, and by having a strong profile on LinkedIn, that will help you when let's say a potential employer or a university that are trying to make some research about yourself, by having a strong LinkedIn profile, it really help you to show in Google first, right? It's better always to have a professional image out there rather than, for example, your I don't know, maybe your Facebook or some more individual and some more personal story that you maybe don't want to share with potential employers. So really also be aware what is about yourself out there and can be harmful for your professional brand. So now, how can we build that professional brand on LinkedIn? How we can have a strong presence on LinkedIn? Well, the first step is really set up your account. LinkedIn, it's really easy to use. It's a super friendly platform. You can access it via linkedin.com, or if you have a smartphone, you can download it into your Samsung, Android, or Apple and start building your profile from there. But first, you really have to understand what is the difference between LinkedIn profile and a CV or a resume that you would be sending to get an internship, or, for example, your first job, or if you want to apply to a university. So there is big differences between these two. A profile will speak to different employers. It's not only one single picture of yourself. It's something that will progress, right? Because on LinkedIn, it helps you to showcase your project, your interests, any certification that you are taking. If you are working on a very interesting project, you can post it out there. That will also allow your network to interact with you, learn more about you, and really contact you if they see something on your feed or any content that you are posting out there that can create synergies with themselves. Also, of course, it can contain recommendation from your former colleagues, from your former classmates, professors, and any endorsements that are coming when it comes to the skills. So really, like, the profile is it's a living, I would say, resume, where a resume is only one single picture that is going to be sent to one stakeholder, to one employers, let's say. When we talk about the profile picture, it's really, really, really important. As a matter of fact, members with a good picture, with a professional picture on LinkedIn, have 9 more connections than very random picture or not professional pictures. So there's 4 things to keep in mind when you are putting a picture out there. The first one, use a non-distracting background, a really clear background. Dress also for the job that you want. If you are targeting jobs that are formal, let's say, for example, in finance or any other role where you really have to wear, for example, suit on a daily basis, then wear a suit. Take a picture of yourself wearing a suit. If you are targeting to work in a tech companies, for example, let's say Google or Microsoft, as you can see it on many videos, on any picture of the employees, then wear something less informal. Always smile, of course, have a friendly expression, like really make people feel comfortable to come and talk to you. And also make sure that you are sending the image of the right image to the right audience, so they can really connect with you quickly through the picture. And then, of course, update your profile. Put as much as things that can talk about you, about where you are, the industries where you are working, or your industries of interest. Any work or internship experience, what you have learned from those professional experiences. If you have volunteered, that always companies like people who volunteer, who are always out there to help communities. So put what you learned from there. Any education, of course, degrees, certification, any skills that you have learned, any program, project that you have participated in. Put also the takeaways, your achievements, so that will really help people to connect with you and really see a potential, for example, colleagues in your profile. Also, headline, it's really important. When people, they are searching for potential candidates, whether it be for a job, whether it be for an internship, or even now schools, when they are, for example, targeting people for their master's degrees, MBAs, they would come to LinkedIn and start searching. So really the sentence that you put in your headlines needs to be very straightforward. It really needs to describe yourself in one sentence. What are you interested in? What are your goals? And what do you care the most about? So that line also can help attract the right people into your profile. It's really an invitation to come to your profile and learn more about yourself. The summary is really important. The summary really is the best place to communicate with your professional network, right? And also to explain a little bit more in your own words about your brand. So it needs really to be short and straight to the point. Maybe 1-2 sentences about who you are as a person, and then also maybe like a small paragraph about your work experience, the top skills, and also your passions. And maybe just finish with 1-2 sentences about your future goals, and also how you would like the network, the members on LinkedIn, to interact with you. So now, once we have built a very strong profile and we have a complete profile, the next step is really to start adding people, start building your professional network. And as a matter of fact, there is 50%, you have to know that really 50% of hires nowadays in the corporate world come from a personal connection. So how to really approach those people that they can help you to open new opportunities. So really, like think about it. Everyone has a network, basically. Though you may not you may not realize it. Networking occurs every time you met, for example, a new friend, new acquaintances, volunteer in your community, or I would say through any other social activity. So, for example, as today's event, right? So networking is a key factor in career advancement. As I mentioned earlier, 50% of current employed people found their job through a personal connection in their network. So your network really consists of strong connection, the people you know well and interact with often, as well also weak connections, acquaintances, or people you may not know personally but have shared background one day with them, or interest, or maybe you have mutual connections together. So on LinkedIn, your first degree connections are people who are already in your network. The second degrees connections are people you share a connection with, while the third degree connection are connected to your second degree connections. And really, research shows that your weak connections, whether it is, for example, your second degree connections or your third degree connections, are often more valuable to you than the people or your first degree. Because like, of course, their network to this second and third connection are more diverse than the people you already have in your network. So let's say, for example, my neighbor sister works at Amazon, right? And I've only met her once, but if I want to work at Amazon, she can help me find jobs there and connect me with the right people in my field. So each time really you connect with someone new, you have access to their own extended network, and it will become more easy for you to connect and interact with those people. And also you can, whenever, for example, let's say you are interested into, for example, finding a new job or new internship, it's really easy into LinkedIn to discover existing connections. You can, for example, click on my network and it will automatically suggest you people in that that are close, like, for example, friend families, current former colleagues, current former managers. And that will help you, of course, to strategically expand your network. Again, don't start adding people who there is no link between themselves, but choose people who you have something common with, right? See, people who have a job or a work in a company that you are interested in. Or, for example, people who they can connect you to someone who can help you to achieve your goals. So now let's say once you have connected with the right people, how you can leverage that network to connect to opportunities. So the first step is going, of course, to message those people, because again, don't be afraid to be there, connect with people, ask them for advice, ask them for mentorship, ask them for more information. And as a matter of fact, LinkedIn members are 4 times more likely to get hired when referred. And referrals occurs through messages and, of course, connecting with your network. So it's really easy. You can use the LinkedIn messaging page, and also through the connection page. You can also scroll through their profile page, see what is interesting then, and that will help you really to put the right information into your message. So for example, you can ask for informational interviews. You want to have advice on your career path. They work in an industry that you are interested in, and you want to learn more about this industry to also know what type of skills you want to acquire. So it's really always good to connect with people out there. You can also, let's say, if you want to connect with some people that you have worked with in the past, with former volunteering community members, or also with your old professor, you can always ask them to put something nice about you, what they liked when they collaborated with you, because that will give a plus to your profile. And also you can ask, of course, for the recommendation. As I said, you can ask them to refer you for a job, for an internship, or maybe for, of course, a role at a specific university. It's really like when investing in your network, it really can add value to your profile, because you should invest time in your connection and request informational interviews, because they are the best people to give you insights on the industry they work in, but also the type of job you would be interested in. You can, of course, always like and share things that people in your network will care about, but you can also post about things that you are interested in. You can also join groups, join discussions into LinkedIn to know more about a specific role, specific skills, specific career path. Or you can, of course, choose to join a school program alumni to discuss with these people as well. And finally, of course, you can also give testimonials and recommendations to others as you are asking them to give you. So now, let's say once we understood how to create a profile, we understood how to add people, how to interact with people in my network, then the next step is to search for jobs, internship, but also schools on LinkedIn. And like LinkedIn, again, is the biggest platform that people today leverage to find a job or an internship. And as a matter of fact, we have today, as we speak, about 40 million job seekers that visit jobs that are posted on LinkedIn every week. So first, if you want to let your network that you are open to work, put that badge on your profile. You can also add any jobs, any roles that you would like to be interested in, because that will help you to attract more recruiters will visit your page, and they are most likely to respond to your emails, but also to send you emails if they have a job opening that can be matching your profile. You can also go and proactively search for career opportunities. And on LinkedIn, you can use many filters to really search for jobs and internship. You can use a keyword, for example, if you don't really know what type of jobs you should be looking at. Or if you have a very strong idea on the job title, you can do that by job title. Or let's say you are only interested by a specific company and you want to learn what type of opportunities are available at that company, then you can use the filter company, and on and on. Like you can use the experience level if you want an entry-level job, or for example, an internship. If you want to look in a specific location, you can also use the location filter. You can also create searches. See what type of jobs you would like to be notified on. You can again use the same exact filters that I have mentioned earlier, and you can choose at what frequency you would like to receive this search. On a daily basis, every week, they want to receive it through notification, through email. So when doing so, you would be able to really quickly act on the emails or the notification that you would be receiving. And it makes it also easier to be more reactive. So instead of like scrolling through the list of the jobs that are available on LinkedIn, it will help you to automatically receive the jobs of your area of interest and then quickly apply to them. And of course, you can quickly, again, for the tool to make your recommendation, again, make sure that your profile is filed out. And it's really important to file the work experience skills, but also the location. So really the AI and machine learning that is behind the tool, behind LinkedIn platform, to automatically suggest you jobs that can be matching your profile. Also, don't hesitate to follow companies to see what type of roles they are offering, to understand also their corporate culture and see if it's something that you would be interested in. So under each company page, you would see, for example, the live section, and that will help you and give you more information about the culture, the values, but also the different professional development opportunities that a specific company is offering to their employees. And finally, if, for example, you are looking for your next university or field of study, you can, of course, similarly follow universities or schools pages. You can see and have access to the latest contacts they are posting, and also what type, of course, of programs and what life looks like at those universities or schools. Alumni, we have a lot of alumni networks on LinkedIn. You can see where the alumni live, where they work, what they do, what they have started. You can connect with those alumni from your own school and also reach out to them for advices, and you can connect with them and ask them what is the best career path to follow to reach, for example, the same role where they are. So that's it. Really, on my side, I'm coming at the end of the presentation, and I can see that I have some questions. I'm gonna quickly try to answer those questions before leaving. So how can you develop a clear idea of their professional goals when the future of work is so uncertain? I think the best answer to that is really link your professional life to what moves you the most in life. If, for example, you are more about helping people, discussing with people, you need, for example, that interaction with people on an everyday basis, then go toward roles, have goals and objective where you're going to work into customer-centric roles, right? Or if you really enjoyed working in groups, having a project, working on the deadlines, delivering a project, then maybe you would like to have a career in project management. So really think about what you enjoyed the most during university, what type of activity you enjoyed, and try to link it to your professional life. So you will really enjoy your job this way. And the second question I have is enhancing your professional digital presence important for all industries. I think with what happened with the pandemic is everything is getting digital today, because we've noticed, that the workplace have changed. There's many companies now, they don't need to have offices because the employees have adapted quickly to, for example, working from home or working from remote location. And that's why a digital presence is important for all industries, because before, the way recruiters used to interact with candidates or potential candidates completely moved from, I would say, face to face to everything digital. So yeah, and it's the same the way that they search for candidates. So it's really important to have a strong presence out there, a profile that is dynamic, and also that is agile. So if, for example, your goals and objective change, or your career vision have changed, so make sure that also you are updating those goal and objective into your profile, because there is no career that is static, and we all evolve with the different roles that we have. So thank you again for having me. I really hope that you find the session useful. Don't hesitate to reach out to me through LinkedIn if you need any tips on creating your profile or enhancing your profile, or if you need any advices into advancing your career or mentorship. I would be happy to help you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, and have a good afternoon.